Alright guys, Touchcraft here back again today. Hope you're enjoying your Friday so far, and today we're going to talk about some of the implications from this announcement that came out yesterday from the Esports Observer that Hector Rodriguez now owns the OpTic Gaming Los Angeles Call of Duty team. Of course, he can't own two teams in the Huntsman and the OpTic Gaming Los Angeles squad. As we talked about yesterday, the likelihood is, in my opinion, he will try and use the intellectual property from the OpTic Gaming brand that he built over several years from 2006 up until 2018, where really things went sour with the Infinite and then Immortals acquisition, potentially using that branding with the Huntsman to rebrand that squad or whatever exactly they want to do, and then selling the CDL spot to a new potential suitor. We talked about the potential name implications of this change yesterday. Let's talk today about who potentially could be in the running to buy this spot off Hector Rodriguez for the Los Angeles region. Will they be able to change the region? The branding will almost certainly be changing, so we'll have to see how this develops over coming weeks. Very interesting time that has really hit us in the off-season here. Intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new. As always, I'd greatly appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. Thank you for doing that. Let's get into things then. So as this article described yesterday, he is looking to divest the spots to interested esports organizations. This is all still pending league approval. I believe they even say that the sale to Rodriguez, that being Hector Rodriguez, is, well, still pending approval, and then the actual sale then from the OGLA squad back into a new organization is also up in the air. And maybe another conversation we can have, how will this actually affect the team themselves, right? Because they confirmed Slasher, Kenny and Draza, are they guaranteed in their contracts if this spot is bought out? I imagine they are. Who will that squad want to, fill out on the rest of the team? That's a conversation we may have tomorrow. But today, discussing who could potentially get into this spot, right? Because Adam Fitch described some of the possibilities yesterday. OpTic Gaming a content-only brand. Huntsman rebrand to the Chicago OpTic. Does the league block the acquisition? A very interesting outcomes that could potentially come out of this. One thing he mentions as well is Lee Zybin. You may know this name. I think we were talking about this like 2019 off-season or something like this. And well, he was trying to afford the Houston Outlaws and was reaching out to The Rock and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all this kind of stuff on Twitter, which is kind of entertaining. But he did actually end up acquiring the Los Angeles Valiant. I found on this website here, Zybin Group. They own the LA Valiant. So, is it possible, as Adam Fitch is kind of saying, like, does this guy want to potentially get in as well and maybe own a Call of Duty squad as well? Los Angeles Valiant he owns. Is he going to want to get the Los Angeles Call of Duty squad? Of course, there's two Call of Duty teams. There's the Los Angeles Guerrillas as it stands right now, and then OpTic Gaming Los Angeles. And I'm sure that would be rebranded. I imagine Hector, there's a reason, right, why he bought back OpTic Gaming Los Angeles. It's not just to sell on the spot. It's to, well, own that IP, I suppose. And, well, if that's the case, they're going to have to rebrand. Totally understandable. And maybe Lee Zybin is interested in the running here, because there's obviously a number of parties right now that are interested in getting involved for the 2022 season. It's not going to expand the league for 2021, so if you want to get in for 2021, you've basically just got to buy a spot one of the existing 12. And OGLA looking like they're going to do that. Therefore, well, this is maybe your one opportunity to get into the 2021 league, maybe for a price which isn't incredibly inflated, right? Because Activision have talked about the fact that they want to up the prices for the 2022 entry. They're trying to sell 4 more teams, get to 16, something like that. More than, of course, the $25 million that was initially invested. This sale, Activision will probably take a cut of it. So it's interesting on the business side, whether it's a good idea to buy this spot and get in now, or try and wait and get involved for the 4 teams next season. But I'm sure discussions about who those 4 teams or even more are going to go to in 2022 are probably already, way down the line, to be honest. So this may be something of a one-off opportunity to sneak in for the 2021 season instead of having to wait 1 season longer. We talked about how Adam Fitch was saying that he had rumors of an organization wanting to sell. Maybe that was OpTic Gaming Los Angeles, right? Who even knows? But maybe there's some other ones on the cards as well. But I doubt it'll happen this off-season that organizations decide to sell. But maybe 2022, in addition to the 4, potentially 6 spots or whatever they're looking to expand into that season, maybe some other organizations go down a similar route as Immortals have here with OpTic Gaming Los Angeles. So some of the questions are, of course, if Meredith is correct and he is looking to rebrand to OpTic Gaming, as I imagine he does. Is it Chicago OpTic? Is it OpTic Gaming Chicago, as with OpTic Gaming Los Angeles? What direction does he go down there? Maybe he doesn't go down that route at all and takes that as a content side, but I somewhat doubt it, frankly. And well, then as Looney says, Los Angeles Thieves. This has been the main discussion over the last couple of days. 100 Thieves, of course, Nadeshot's organization based out of Los Angeles. People have been talking about, does he want to get into the Call of Duty League? Is this the perfect opportunity? Is Hex going to sell this spot to his old buddy in Nadeshot? It's not looking incredibly likely. We'll look at a clip in a second where he basically says, like, it's super expensive. massive. I'm not sure it's going to happen quite yet. Also, I think the Thieves branding is up in the air right now because FaZe did manage to get a loophole right where they called Atlanta FaZe, but, well, FaZe Clan apparently is a completely different brand or whatever. I'm sure that, well, a lot of the organizations were kind of frustrated, especially the likes of, well, Hastro and, well, Hector, who had organizations in the past coming over to the franchise league. They weren't able to maintain any of that old branding, where FaZe Clan somehow managed to get a loophole to make it work. If that loophole has been granted, surely the Los Angeles Thieves, in saying that, okay, the Thieves and 100 Thieves are different brands, so, you know, it's not exactly the same or whatever, could be possible, right? Then again, I don't think Nadeshot likes the Thieves. I remember when, you know, Maven and some of the casters used to call them the Thieves in matches and stuff. Nadeshot was like, yeah, I don't really like that. I'm not sure if that, like, sits with me. I prefer 100 Thieves as a brand rather than Thieves, but who knows, right? If the opportunity was there on the table and the capital investment was there, would this be a great opportunity? It does kind of make sense. However, Nadeshot doesn't see this as particularly likely. I'll play this clip for you guys here. Of course, if this was going to happen, and well, he is in conversations with Hector to buy out this spot, then he's not just going to reveal that on a Twitch stream. But yeah, it seems to me that he's either telling the truth or he's an Oscar-winning actor.
Hector probably keep that close to his chest, so I don't know. So if you guys are asking me, I don't really have an idea. LA Thieves has a nice ring to it, but guys, we're not really in a position to get back into Call of Duty. It's really, really expensive. So we'll see. Maybe down the road in the future, I don't know. But I don't want you guys to get your hopes up.
So if Nadeshot and the 100 Thieves are not in the running, who does that else leave in the pot? Because there's a number of organizations, I'm sure, that are interested in getting in the Call of Duty League right now. And, well, even separate to organizations. We've seen the discussion about Dr. Disrespect. Maybe he has investors behind him. Maybe he's just doing this off his own back, right? But the San Diego Speed was talked about. And that is an interesting question, right? If the Los Angeles spot for OpTic Gaming is going to be sold, can the geolocation be changed? We already have a Los Angeles Guerrillas team. I imagine the league would be quite happy for it to stay in Los Angeles. They approved 2 LA teams in the first place. Why not allow it now, right? But if he wants to go to San Diego or something just down the coast, it's not out of the question at all, and maybe that is possible. But many other organizations also potentially interested in getting a spot. We have Rise Nation a while ago. They pick up Pac-Man after he was released from the management staff. I guess, well, he was a coach over at OpTic Gaming Los Angeles not too long ago. They release him. We talked about is that cost-cutting measures, what exactly is going on there. Then he joins Rise Nation once again, and well, as they say, Call of Duty Cold War tick, CDL expansion, where you at? And well, this opportunity clearly has been on the horizon maybe for a while now. It seems like Hector has been in discussions with OpTic Gaming to actually make this buyout happen for about a month now, which, you know, asks the question, has he been in conversations with other organizations to buy this spot off them for about a month as well? And well, this would line up kind of with that timeline. Maybe Rise are in discussions, maybe they are not. Of course, a legendary Call of Duty organization, really done some great things in the past. Seems like they have some investors to get them to the point where they want to enter the franchise league. This could be a decent opportunity to do so, but there's many other potential organizations out there that have probably been sitting on the sidelines looking at how the CDL has progressed in year one, and now maybe deciding to take action to get into the Call of Duty League in a pretty much a hotspot, that being Los Angeles. I think OGLA definitely had the biggest brand out of the 2 Los Angeles teams this season, and maybe whatever new organization buys OGLA will end up staying in the Los Angeles geolocation. Miles as well talking about some ideas. Chicago OpTic, LA Thieves, San Diego Violet, Speed Momentum. Off season just got a little bit more interesting. We get this discussion as well on Reddit, right? So some of these big North American organizations could be looking to step in. The likes of TSM could be on the horizon. Evil Genius has, of course, been around Call of Duty in the past. Team Liquid, Cloud9, like G2 is even mentioned. Fnatic is mentioned. All of these organizations have been involved in Call of Duty in the past. Liquid had a squad in Black Ops 3, which didn't end up particularly well. Cloud9 had a squad in Black Ops 3 as well. G2 had a team at, I think, way back in the day, but also with the start of Black Ops 4, you might remember, with like Chino and Methods. They lost, I think, to Heretics, or like the Pro League qualifier or something. That didn't go well. Fnatic had a team as well back in Infinite Warfare. They had, it was the Waskin, Scraps, Sunny B, and Tommy team in Infinite Warfare. What a squad that was. Absolutely legendary. So these are some names that are potentially in there, as well as Rapid Fire says. C9 wanted to drop out of Overwatch League last year. They just dropped their entire roster. So maybe not C9, but really we're just looking for one of these big North American organizations to say that, look, the Overwatch League isn't looking so good. There was an article that came out just yesterday saying that their, well, commissioner has stepped down, and the viewership for Overwatch League hasn't been great this last season season. CDL, in my opinion, looking much more promising than the Overwatch League. And the benefit, of course, of the CDL is we get a new game every single year. Going forward, every single year in Call of Duty, there's going to be a new game that drops, which means that people don't get, well, that people don't get tired of Call of Duty. It's like a timeless arcade shooter in a sense. And yes, it has its swings and roundabouts and its ups and downs. Warzone's been great this year. The last couple of years haven't been so great for the Call of Duty scene. But as I say, Call of Duty still certainly has its ups and downs. But, well, it's an important cultural game in that sense, and definitely has more potential, I think, than the Overwatch League. And I think a number of the organizations may be looking in and thinking and looking at Activision Blizzard's products, being, okay, do I buy the Overwatch League? Do I buy the CDL? And, well, do I buy both, for example, as some of the teams, well, quite a lot of the teams do that are currently in the CDL. I think 10 out of the 12 also own an Overwatch League team. As squads looking in at this from the outside perspective and thinking the CDL looks like a better investment going forwards, I would not be surprised at all. And I wouldn't be surprised either to see a number of these big organizations try and step in over the next couple of seasons. I'm sure there's some big negotiations going on behind the scenes right now, and I can't wait so we get some more leaks so we can talk about this stuff here on the channel. Just to finish off with this funny thing I saw here from Clayster and X. So he goes back to his like old Xbox Live account and shows like what his profile used to be. So yeah, CoD earnings, and there's also this fantastic AVI as well in this profile picture. Clayster, use code Clayster, go pack go, etc. And then Paddy P comes back with, dude, I haven't touched this in years. Look at mine. Clay sucks. Twitter eggs. Twitch.tv/eggs livestream. So thought this was pretty entertaining. Very intrigued to hear your thoughts though in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to buy out the OpTic Gaming Los Angeles spot? Is it going to be Nadeshot after all? Was he just putting on a show? And if it's not Nadeshot, which other player is going to step into the scene to pick this spot up? Because it's the only one that's going to be available most likely for the 2021 season. Thank you for watching the video as always, and thank you for making it this far. If you did enjoy it or learn something new, greatly appreciate a like on the video. It really helps out the channel and supports the Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you next time.